Hi everyone, CFL Park Hopper here at Islands of Adventure. This is the other theme park at Universal Orlando Resort. We brought to you Universal Studios, and now today we're going to show you Islands of Adventure and all the great things that there are to do here. So as we come in, you kind of got a little marketplace going on in the front with shops and a great candy store. They have a Christmas store, open year-round. And then they have the Islands of Adventure Trading Company, which has all kinds of Universal merchandise. About every single one of their movie franchises that's inside the parks is in that store for sale in the Islands of Adventure Trading Company. So lots of great gifts. And over here is the Crescent Moon Bakery. So if you're looking for a tasty treat in the morning or for lunch, they got all kinds of good stuff in here. We'll take a peek. Sandwiches, cheesecake. Can't go wrong with cheesecake. And all kinds of great Danishes in here. So this is the Crescent Moon Bakery. Also, they have a Starbucks right here on your left when you're coming in, and a Cinnabon. So maybe you want a great cinnamon roll and a cup of Starbucks coffee in the morning to start out your day. That would be great. And there's a sit-down restaurant also right here, the Confisco Grill. Great place for lunch and dinner. Here's the menu. They have fajitas and some other good entrees inside of here. Alright, we're gonna head this way. And when you come into the top of the island, you can go to the left or right. To the left is the Marvel Island. And this is the Hulk roller coaster. So we'll wait for it to blast off here. There it goes. Check this out. It's got some really good loops right at the beginning of the ride. And through the big loop. The Hulk is one of the most popular rides here. So come and do this early. They will open a single rider line later in the day. It usually doesn't open until like around 11:30 or noon when the line starts to get longer. And of course, if you're staying at Universal Resort hotels, certain ones offer Express Pass. Like if you stay at Portofino Bay or Hard Rock or the Royal Pacific, any of those offer Express Pass. So you don't have to usually wait in too much of a line. This is the Cafe 4, and they have pizza and pasta. It's a quick service. So. And the Marvel Island is really cool because it's all geared towards comic books. I think this is my husband's favorite place to come if he comes to a theme park because he's a comic book artist by trade. That's what he does for his profession. And here are some of the characters out greeting everyone. So that's pretty cool. And inside the stores here you can get all kinds of comic book stuff. You can get souvenirs from the movies, t-shirts. You can buy comic books, all kinds of stuff. This over here is Dr. Doom's Fearfall. It's like it's a drop ride, but they shoot you up first and then you fall back down. So we'll see if we can see this here in action. They'll shoot you up and then you kind of drop a few times. You do get a good lift out of your seat though when you go up in the air, so it's pretty cool. And depending what side you're facing, depends on what kind of view you're gonna get. If you're facing the side that I'm looking at, you'll get a theme park view. And if you're on the opposite side of the tower, you'll get an Orlando City view. So that's kind of cool. All right, let's keep on walking. Next up is the Amazing Adventures of SpiderMan. And this is a dark ride, but it's a really cool ride because There's screens on all around you, so it's like you're part of the movie, and your ride vehicle moves all through it, and there's really nothing like it. If you have never been to Universal before, definitely try it out. It's a lot of fun. Lots of neat stuff to look at around here. If you're really into comic books, come check this out. There's another character, that's a little green. Pretty cool. All right, coming up over here on our right, this is the Captain America Diner, and Captain America's right outside. That's so cool. There he is with his shield, greeting his fans. And the Captain America Diner is a fun place to eat. It's got burgers and fries and shakes. So come check this out when you're here at Islands of Adventure. All right, we are now coming into the next land, which is Tuna Lagoon. And this is the water ride area. And it is designed after the old comic strips from the newspaper era. So if you're into that stuff, you remember reading those comic strips in the newspaper, you'll like this area a lot. They have a comic strip cafe, which is another quick service. They have all kinds of stuff, pizza, chicken, burgers, a whole variety of things. They have a Betty Boop store if you're a fan of Betty Boop. And all kinds of great stores around here for you to get all of your lovely gear for Universal. Different characters and such. But this is a fun area to walk around too and just check out everything. It's really heavily themed. It's really cool. But the water rides around here are really great. They get you soaked. I cannot stress enough how soaked you will get in these water rides. So a lot of times when I'm gonna come and do these water rides, I bring a pair of flip-flops because I don't want my tennis shoes getting soaking wet to walk around all day. And I also wear clothes a lot of times that will quick dry because we're talking drenched. So this is Popeye. Here's the rafts. It's a round raft ride. I'm gonna come on this side so you can see them coming. There they go. You will be soaked. Might as well bring your soap and shampoo. That's how soaked you're gonna be. You're gonna take in a shower. It is winter right now in Florida, which it's a warm winter day. It's 80 degrees today. So yeah, you could do this, but it's gonna depend on the weather, the time of year here. Since I am a Floridian and I live here year round, I only do these rides in the summer months because they're so soaking wet. Although today is a warm day, I probably could have done them today, but I didn't come in any of my water gear. Okay, so there goes Popeye. It is one of my more favorite rides though in the park. So lucky for me, it's warm in Florida most of the year. So I do get to do it often. All right, the other big water ride here is the log ride. This is Dudley Do-Right's Ripsaw Falls. Here comes the log down the hill, and again, soaked, beyond soaked, beyond soaked. So this is a fun log flume. Has a really big drop at the end. Here comes another boat. But again, be prepared for a lot of water. Here's someone here these guys are pretty soaked. They're waiting to pay $5 to be in the people dryer. So go ahead and get soaked and then pay money to dry yourself. That seems like a great idea. Or you could be like these guys and bring your rain slickers. In the summer though, you'll dry out pretty quickly, and I enjoy being wet in the summer. This seems, with the amount of humidity that we have here in Florida, sometimes just being wet makes it a little more easy to endure the heat in the park and walk around, and you feel a little bit better. So in the summer months, I definitely take advantage of being wet in the parks. Okay, our scenery has changed and we're definitely in a more jungly type area. We are coming into the newest attraction at Islands of Adventure, which is Kong Skull Island. And this is like a really beautifully themed building. Check this out. It's pretty neat. I don't know if my camera's even giving it justice. But you ride in like a big safari type vehicle and you meet Kong along the way and have some adventures. It's pretty fun. The queue in itself has some thrilling moments, so I'll let you know about that. Be prepared for the queue. There's Kong. So this is Kong Skull Island. kind of just creepy. Alright, we've kind of entered into the Jurassic Park area after Skull Island. And this is Camp Jurassic. This is a great area for your kids to explore. The Pteranodon Flyers is this beam that's up above us. We'll see if we can get one of the vehicles to pass us by, but it's a really kind of cool ride. It flies over the park, but it's like one kid and adult ride at a time. So, and adults cannot ride this unless you have a child with you. So, let's see if we can get one of these vehicles to come by us here. So it's a lot of fun, great way to check out the landscape. But again, you must have a child with you adults in order to ride. And the main attraction over here in the Jurassic Park area is the Jurassic Park River Adventure. This is a great boat ride. It has a huge 90-degree drop at the end. You encounter T-Rex, the raptors, all kinds of stuff. Unfortunately, at this time of year, it's closed for its annual refurbishment. It will be open in the next couple of weeks again. But it's a great ride. So while you're here in Islands of Adventure, check out the Jurassic Park River Adventure. You don't get as wet as you do on those water rides in the Tuna Lagoon. So if you're looking for like a moderate type of water ride where you're not soaked, this is a great one. And there's some good thrill in it as well as you encounter the dinosaurs. One of the neatest attractions they've added is the raptor encounter, where you can get in line and get your picture taken with a live raptor. He's pretty cool. He will come up behind you and give you some thrills. So if you're looking to take your picture with a live raptor, come do the raptor encounter here in Jurassic Park area. Check out the Triceratops statue. It's cool. Oh, and look at T-Rex. And they have their own Discovery Center here. You can have food. They got the Burger Digs restaurant with burgers and chicken and fries. And the Discovery Center is a lot of fun. Let's kind of step inside and see what they have. But this is kind of replicated after the Discovery Center in the movie. And they have the dinosaur skeletons. Well, who needs skeletons when you're going to see the real dinosaurs alive here in the Jurassic Park area? But, you know, gotta have the skeletons too. So this is like the real Discovery Center was in the movie, because these guys were in that in the movie. There's Brontosaurus and T-Rex. And down there's all kinds of stuff to explore in this bottom area. So I'm not gonna spoil it for you. You gotta come down and check it out when you come here to Universal's Islands of Adventure. Make sure you go downstairs into the Discovery Center and see all of the dinosaurs that they have downstairs. It's a great area. Okay, we are now coming into the Hogsmeade side of the Harry Potter world, which is what's located here at Islands of Adventure. And that means the Hogwarts Castle. Isn't it beautiful? There is a ride inside of the Hogwarts Castle. Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. It is a action-packed ride. You do get quite jostled around. You watch a movie screen while your ride vehicle is moving all over the place. So some people that are prone to motion sickness don't like it as much. But if you're into more thrilling types of attractions, a lot of people enjoy it. It is a 48-inch height requirement, so the real young ones are not able to ride. But that's another view of the Hogwarts Castle. At night they do a light show on the castle as well. It is brand new. So check this out if you're going to be here in the evening time. It's great, but there's not a lot of viewing rooms, so pack your patience to come here and take your turn in line. They keep the show continuously running, but you may have to stand in line down in Hogsmeade and get gradually moved in, depending on when you come, how busy it is at the time of year that you're here. Over on the right, they have a kiddie type coaster. This is Flight of the Hippogriff. So this is something that smaller children could ride. Height requirement is 36 inches, so they can't do the Harry Potter Forbidden Journey, they can do the Flight of the Hippogriff. Here it goes. Alright. Let's head down into Hogsmeade and take a look around. The castle, by the way, it's an amazing queue for the Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. And you want to kind of take your time in that castle so you can see everything. So even if the line's around an hour, don't be discouraged because you'll be very amused in the line while you're waiting. All right. Now over here in Hogsmeade, you can get your own wand at Ollivander's. You can get butterbeer here from the butterbeer cart. And they do have their own restaurant here called the Three Broomsticks. So we'll show you some of that stuff up close. I love this snowman and the little owl here. Great little statue. This right here is where Ollivander's is. There is a queue for it because this is where you go in and the wand chooses you. So you get in line, and look, the line's like really short right now. It's amazing. I never see it that short. But you come on into Ollivander's and it's a great experience where you get to have the wand choose you. All of the shop windows here have a lot of great things. Look at all the instruments. I've mentioned before I am a music teacher. I teach middle school band and orchestra, so I like to see all of the instruments in here. And there's the restrooms if you need them. And then inside the female restroom, you will hear Moaning Myrtle. So a little tip for all you gals, go in and check it out. And this over here is the Hog's Head. It is a bar here, but they have specialty brews for the Wizarding World inside there. And this over here is the Three Broomsticks restaurant, where you can try some English fare, and it's pretty tasty. So have lunch or dinner or even breakfast here at the Three Broomsticks. Currently under construction is a new ride, and that's going over here. This used to be Dragon Challenge, and before that, before this was ever Harry Potter area, this was the Dueling Dragons coaster. So it is now gone. It closed last September of 2017, and they're getting ready to put in a new Harry Potter roller coaster. We don't quite know how intense it's going to be or any of that or what it's exactly going to look like, but there are cranes in there and stuff is happening. I'm not even sure when it's going to open. They haven't really released any more information, but they're hard at work in there. So we'll be awaiting that in the near future. They also have the Honeyduke's candy store. So if you're looking for some Harry Potter candy, you can get that here. You can get the chocolate frogs, you can get the Bots beans, and all kinds of other stuff. Chocolate wands. You name it, they got it. And they also have one of the Tricks and Joke Shop Songos. So you can get some of that fun stuff too. We also have the Hogwarts Express. This is the Hogsmeade station. And this will take you to the Universal Studios side of the park. It will drop you off in King's Cross Station, which is right outside of Diagon Alley. You must have a park hopping ticket though, in order to ride the train. So if your ticket is only good for Islands of Adventure for one day, you cannot ride the train. You have to have a ticket that park hops to Universal Studios. And a lot of people ask, how many days should I spend at Universal? You know, how long is it going to take me to see everything? I think 2 days, 3 days is plenty. And I would get a park hopping ticket, because that way you can do the train and you can do more than one park a day. I find that fun, to do one park in the morning, maybe relax a bit in the afternoon and go to the opposite park in the evening and take in their night events and ride the rides in the evening. I think the parks take on a great atmosphere in the evening. They look a lot different than they do in the morning. So take advantage of that. And get a 3-park ticket and do Volcano Bay. Volcano Bay is amazing. It opened last spring. Granted, it was very busy last summer as it was the opening summer. But, you know, this will be its second year. And it's been open year-round, so they're working the kinks out daily, and it just gets better and better. I really enjoy Volcano Bay, and being a local resident, like I said, I really don't swim in the winter, but I'm looking forward to March and April and this, you know, the weather warming up so that I can get back to Volcano Bay because I really enjoyed it. So get a 3-park ticket, spend some time at Volcano Bay. You could spend a whole day there, but if you had the park-to-park ticket, you know, you could do a little bit each day, and I think 3 days would be sufficient for you on a Universal vacation. Maybe 4, you know, if you really wanted to slow down your pace and spread it out. But 3, you could definitely get everything in. This fountain here, he usually talks, but he's not saying anything. So I've just been filling in time, waiting to see if he'll say anything, but He's not, but check him out. He's right outside of the 8th Voyage of Sinbad. This is a sit-down show. So if you're looking for a place where you can just relax and beat the heat for a while, come see the 8th Voyage of Sinbad. As we head out of Hogsmeade and towards Seuss Landing, we are inside the Lost Continent right now. So there's a lot of great things to look at in here, shops and such. And this restaurant here, Mythos, is one of the best restaurants inside of a theme park. It's highly rated every year. For a while, it was rated the #1 theme park in the restaurant in the world for 6 years in a row. I don't think that title is current. I could be wrong, but check out Mythos. It's got a great atmosphere. It's got water views of the main lagoon, big windows on the inside, and good food. So if you're looking for a place to sit down and relax, Mythos is it. Check out the fountain. And the ducks are in the water. Hey, duckies. This area right across from here is the Poseidon's Fury. It's kind of a walking tour. It's indoors in the air conditioning. So again, if you're looking for something to beat the heat, that's it. And it's kind of entertaining. So check it out while you're here. Poseidon's Fury. Now we are coming into Seuss Landing, which I think is one of the most mythical of all the lands. It's really cute and whimsical and fun. So let's check out everything in here. There's tons to look at. Great smells, all the candy and stuff. They have this really great cotton candy place over here. It's called Honk Honkers. See the big blue cotton candy this lady's holding? They make you your own giant cotton candy. So check this out inside of Honk Honkers if you're into cotton candy. You can pick your flavor. You can put stuff in it like sprinkles and gum and different things. So that's kind of neat. They have all kinds of stores here. They have a big candy store. All the stores have Seuss gear. So if you're into the Seuss characters, this is where you can get your t-shirts and your hats and all your stuff. The candy store is really great. And up above they have a train ride. It goes above the land. So that's kind of neat. You kind of look down on everything. The sky-high trolley train. Let's see if we can see it coming around somewhere as we walk through. All the buildings here are just great. I love how they're all designed. Super fun. Circus McGurkus is a quick service restaurant. So you can eat inside of there if you're here in Seuss Land and ready for a bite to eat. And the carousel has all the great Seuss animals on it. And it's a great carousel. So check that out. I'm so waiting to see the sky-high trolley moving around. If I see it, we'll show it to you as we're walking through. They have the Cat in the Hat ride. See the big hat? That's a great ride. Get on that while you're here for sure. It's a lot of fun. You go through the whole story of the Cat in the Hat. And they have 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish. It's a fun little flying ride. And we'll get up close so you can see that too. There goes the Seuss cell going around. There's the 1 fish, 2 fish. Red fish, blue fish. It's getting ready to take off here. Looks like you even get wet here. These little fountains, so you got to be careful how you fly your fish. There's the trolley up in the sky. So all kinds of great rides here. This is probably the best area if you have young kids. For them at Islands of Adventure, there's the most for them to do in the Seuss Land, obviously. And then probably Camp Jurassic would be the second best area for them. So, gives you an idea. And lastly, in Seuss Land, one of my most favorite buildings, the Green Eggs and Ham building. This used to be a real restaurant, and they served green eggs and ham at one time. But it has been closed for quite some time. I think people always come by and want to see it open, but it never is anymore, unfortunately. But it's really fun to look at. So there it is, Green Eggs and Ham. Well, everyone, we hope you enjoyed touring Islands of Adventure with us here today. If you liked the video, hit like and subscribe down below to see more. I hope this video gives you some great ideas and things to see while you're here at Islands of Adventure. And we hope you enjoy your Universal vacation. Thanks for watching.